What up, Jamie Two Stoned? Jimmy Johnson, 1863. How you doing? How you guys doing? There we go. Early morning stream? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I've been waking up really early this week. Yeah. Quick little 12-hour stream? Yeah, we'll see. Do I have Twitter? That's a great question. I just made a Twitter. I don't think it has any followers yet. I just made it. But I do have a Twitter now. Actually glad you asked. Because I was definitely going to mention that at some point during the stream anyway. My Twitter. I will drop it in the chat. It's like this. Really? This really my Twitter right here. Oh, chat. Go. Bang. That's my real Twitter. For real. But it has 0 followers right now. I literally just made it. Um, but the reason I made a Twitter, Nick advised it, but it's going to be uh I'm working on my own YouTube channel right now, so it'll be good for like interacting with viewers and stuff like that. So, if I wanted to, like, how Nick will do stuff like, hey, send me pictures of your car so we can react to it on stream, or just things like that. So if I wanted to be like, hey, send me pictures of your car, or send me pictures of your bong, whatever. So yeah, so I have Twitter now, and Snows LOL. Thank you for the subscribe. Resubscribe 2 months in a row. Thank you very much. And I love you, Ken, has also subscribed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I need to run the R8 revolver. And Big Mac Horseshoe. Thank you for the subscribe 2 months in a row. That's huge. Thanks, man. What's good, man? I made some edibles this weekend and they actually worked. I put like a third of a mason jar. Rate some of your weed and cards. I would love to. Um, and then what's up, Kyle? I'm at work right now. Hell yeah. What do you do for work? Watching Crackheads from last week as we speak right now. Hell yeah. Highest premiere rating I've been, I'll show you. 99.99. And I think in my promo game there, I think I lost to a cheater because we were winning. We were winning by a landslide. It was 11-3. Okay. And then the enemy team's bottom frag disconnects. So we sit through that 2-minute timer. And then we lost 13-11. And their bottom frag was not their bottom frag at the end. Finished top frag. So I have my suspicions there. Perhaps I could have been 10k, but got cheated against. What Kyle? Yo, sorry, hold on, I can't read. Yo, Kyle, what do you think of Siege? Like Rainbow Six Siege? It's cool. It's pretty sweet. I never got too into it, but I think it's pretty sweet. And do I still play balloons? Hell yeah, dude. It's a lifelong game. I mean, I don't actively play it like every single day, but yeah. I've literally played that game since I was a child. That was one of those games I figured out how to play like at school when I was like, I'd be supposed to be taking like some standardized tests, but like I'd figured out hotkeys on the keyboard so I could get out of the standardized test. And I'd just go on cool math games and shit. So it was pretty much Pop Tropica was a big one. I played a fuckload of Pop Tropica. I played a lot of Happy Wheels. And then yeah, Balloons Tower Defense. And then there was like some crazy taxi one. There was like a taxi one where there's like 3 lanes. It's basically Subway Surfer, but you're a taxi instead of a dude. You're saving up for a Toke time? I have a pro bono Toke time. Saved up, or not saved up. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Brain dead. Ghosty59, thank you for the sub. Thank you. Danoman, 25 streak. That's nuts. Welcome back. Have I felt a difference in my confidence on the Crackheads podcast? Yeah. I think in like on camera in general. And I think a big part of it's just streaming. Like, because I think I kind of got comfortable being on camera with Crackheads and Gobcast, but I still wasn't that comfortable like being like the focal point at all. Like I still needed, like I kind of relied on Nick to, carry the conversations or, keep things interesting. Whereas I think streaming is kind of teaching me to do that myself because I don't have Nick here to like fill awkward silences and shit like that. So yeah, I think that like the podcast has built my confidence on camera, but then also I think streaming is helping a lot as well. What FPS are good on console? Battlefield. You're killing it, bro. Thank you. I'm literally the most boring person. I would not know how to entertain people. Dude, that's how I feel. Like I also feel like the most boring person in the world. But then I don't know. I was on Gabcast and people were like, "Yo, this guy's interesting," and all right, cool. My favorite thing about Kyle is he doesn't read out loud what he's reading, so he just stares off screen for a few seconds and starts giggling. Sometimes. That one I made sure to read out loud. But alright, let's here, I'm gonna queue up, but then it's also we're gonna get that Toke time. Cheers everyone. Freshly clean. Salad bong. Look at this beauty. Mwah. Okay, cheers. We have to use a Zippo lighter, dude. We gotta use a freaking Zippo lighter here, which is sick. But also, what a pain to smoke a bong with this. And it is because I have lost all my big lighters. I had to order more. But they won't be here till like fucking, I don't know, a couple days, so... We have a Zippo. We have to make a Zippo work for a bong. Are you and Gabby ever gonna make pizza on Crackheads? You know what? That's something that I've been like trying to figure out for Crackheads. Cause I think it could. I think there's a lot of potential with cooking pizza. I think it's different from what we normally do. But how do we put a Crackhead twist on that? Is something I'm trying to figure out. And I think I maybe got it. I maybe figured it out, but I'm struggling with, like, I could, the problem, we have to cook 2 pizzas, so 2 different Crackhead pizzas is going to take quite a bit of creativity, let me tell you. Make regular tomato sauce off limits. Yeah, it has to be something like that. And then also like do we make homemade dough? Probably, things like that. But yeah, pizza is absolutely something I'm theory crafting right now. But it's a tricky one, I think. Cody Stoney 420, thank you very much for the sub. It's 2 months in a row. I appreciate it. What's good? I got 4 hours of work left. Fuck. Good luck, man. Good luck. Sour bread, am I tweaking? What's it called? Sourdough bread? Bread. Well, so baking's hard because it's not.
Let's roll.
There's nothing to watch with that. If you just toss it in the oven and come back in 30 minutes and it's done, like there's nothing to record. There's no video there. So otherwise we'd totally do, I mean, fucking some cake boss shit, but this, I mean, aside from just decorating the cake, what do you like film, you know? You just toss that shit in the oven. Chat, I guess? I don't know. The Great Crackhead Baking Show. Dude, I'm not usually a huge fan of Inferno, but I just played Ancient like 3 times this morning. So fuck it. Give me Inferno, bro. Also, I spent all this time this morning trying to learn. I was like, okay, what map do I not know any like lineups on? Overpass, right? I don't know any smokes or like like one flash on Overpass. So I was like, all right, let's go learn a new smoke on Overpass. And I spent like 20 minutes learning this new smoke. Just practicing it over and over again to like memorize it. And then I realized it's like, dude, this smoke grenade that I am practicing has like almost no practical purpose. It was a CT-sided smoke. Like, why? What am I doing? Definitely, T-sided smokes are the lineups to learn, I think. CT just get creative. It's you know, kind of depends on the round. On exit, wire pause. What's up, guys? Yeah, we got our new butterfly. Butterfly lore.
Now is the time.
Yeah, we just got this this weekend. That's why I sold my stiletto. Oh shit, I didn't buy any armor. I also got this Glock, but I'm probably gonna scrape most of the stickers off. I think I'll keep the Zeus foil on the palm, or maybe maybe both Zeus foils. But other than that, all the other stickers are gonna go. Oh no. Oh no, I totally should have had that. Where's my vape? Sup, Kyle? I'm about to make a mojito with my dinner and smoke a fat bong on a nice sunny day. On a Tuesday at 1 p.m. is admirable, bro. Enjoy that shit. Well, he said dinner. So I'd imagine for him it's not 1 p.m. He's probably in like, I don't know, a different location. Different time zone. I should make a build live today. We need to see my stickers. I don't have a lot of stickers. I'm not a huge like sticker guy. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's the apocalypse here. Oh! Oh! I got one more new skin. This one. It's kind of a new old skin. I used to have this skin, and I missed it. So yeah, after I got my knife, I had a little bit extra on float, and I got this USP and then the Glock. 15 stream streak. Welcome back, Hollow Heretic. Appreciate another stream. Hope you had a good day so far. Thank you. You too. You as well. Do an inventory tour after game. Okay. Do that. I've had some updates to my inventory.
I planted the bomb.
Bomb has been planted.
Send me a CS skin as a gift? You don't have to do that. I
Terrorists win.
have lots of skins and I change them out pretty frequently, so pretty happy with my skin. Whoa, hey, where's my skin? It's not fucking rendering. It says Aphrodite, but it's just giving me. There it is. Alright.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, so we're going for a red and gold loadout here, if you cannot tell. A lot of red, a lot of gold. The goal, eventually, I not right now, because I think it's just a little bit too expensive, but also I think, more importantly, I think it's kind of just, I mean, it's losing value over time anyway, so I kind of feel stupid to buy it right now, but I want to eventually switch my gloves to occults, because those are red and gold, so the vibe's going to be immaculate, but un momento. Hold on, gotta lock in. Oh! Anyway, so with the occults, red and gold. But I was looking at the price graph, and literally since they've come out, the price graph is just a downward slope. So, meanwhile, like the slingshots that I have dipped in price since there are new glove options. They went down in price. So it's not a great time to sell mine. It's also not a great time to buy the ones I want. So I'm waiting a little bit, but eventually the idea is I'm gonna switch to the new occult gloves. Yeah. Whole market is dying. Yes and no. I think the market's just kind of correcting itself a little bit. Is the way I see it. Oh my gosh, I'm playing like shit. But I kind of see it as the market correcting itself more so. I think prices were getting way too ridiculous. And like, yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks. Like, like watching my skins lose value, but also, $20,000 for a video game knife is like the butterfly ruby, right? That's it's too expensive. It's too expensive. So I think It's just coming, like, it's kind of correcting itself a little bit is all. Like, what did we think? There was never gonna be new skins released? Bro, I'm not going B again. I'm not going B. I cannot do it. I can. Fuck, why did I pick Inferno?
Counter-terrorists win.
But yeah, I think the new glove release really shook things up too. Because now there's almost like, I mean, probably close to like 2 times. No, not quite. There's like 25% more gloves now, and they're also just like gonna keep growing in supply, and also progressively getting cheaper. So that kind of, you know, makes you wonder, is the next terminal gonna have a new knife in it, or about knife in general? I said I wasn't going B again, and now here I am B, and same thing. Why do I do it? Why do I do it?
Counter-terrorists win.
It's my low elo brain, dude. I literally know better, and I'm just, here we go, B.
We must work together.
Zug, zug. Alright. Ah. Hey, what up, Hope? Put your face here. Oh, wait, he didn't. No, I tagged him too, I think. He's tagged Eps. I see the blood. See? Oh, or did you almost just got another belly button? He just made me bust out monkey noises. Cool knife skin. Thank you, thank you. I just got it like Monday. Yesterday. Actually, yeah, I just got this yesterday. Yep. Same with this new Glock as well. And then the USP. Okay, we're back to... I shouldn't be here. I should not be here. I don't like it.
Counter-terrorists win.
7-2. I think maybe we're just some CT sided guys, and also my volume wasn't high enough. I guess I don't know. All right, fuck it. I gotta be Kobe Bryant, or we're losing. So. Maybe you can't do that with an op. That might be a thing. Or like not a thing. I think you probably can, but like also I wouldn't be shocked if you just could not. Please do not step to the left, Blue. Okay. There's like 3 watching apps. Oh god. This guy's cooked. The good job on the Crackheads news. I watch you rather than fake news media. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the real news kind of sucks, huh? Okay, the Kobe Bryant strategy didn't work. Yeah, I don't know.
Now is the time.
Go next, I guess. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Oof.
I'm throwing a flashbang. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Bomba. Bomba now.
Uh-oh. Cool.
Terrorists
Alright.
win.
We're on a real man. Planted. Let's go, my bros. Grenade. I'm throwing a grenade. Throwing a flashbang. Throwing a smoke. Grenade out.
My bad.
Throwing smoke. Smoke. I'm planting.
Fuck.
Start? Sounds like the bomba.
Counter-terrorists win.
Watch out. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal and they don't mind using it. Remember, this isn't the killing house anymore. This is
Kyle,
real
my
life.
girlfriend and I made some fan art. Hell yeah.
Grenade.
I think you can send it to me on Twitter now. I think that's probably the best way now.
Okay, you're right.
It is really Kyle 420.
Bomb has been planted.
At really Kyle 420. Yep. Yep, just like that.
Terrorists win.
Cooper Havens, thank you for the subscribe. 2 minutes in a row, that's huge, thank you.
Go, go, go.
Okay, blank B.
Grenade out.
Finish, good.
Bomb has been planted.
Is there a better gun here? No.
Terrorists win.
Any good deals at the dispo? Yeah, there's like always good deals at the dispo.
What on?
I pretty much always I always get something that's on sale, yeah. And then it like in LA, I think just because there's like a lot of competition between dispensaries, like there's so many for people to choose from. Holy shit, one in apps. Because there's so many people like dispensaries for people to choose from, I think they try to like they'll give gifts to like make you choose their dispensary. So usually like I've been getting free joints a lot. Or the one that I went to before 420, they gave me like a free eighth.
Defusing the bomb.
What the
Bomb
hell?
has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Don't be rude. You got 14 grams for $14 in Michigan of weed. Was it like good weed or was it like trim?
Grenade out.
If you got $14, like 14 grams of good weed for
Deploying flashbang.
$14, that's crazy.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke.
I think it's A. Wait, Mom. Oh my god. What a throw. We just had 4v2 and now it's 2v2. Oh my god.
Flashbang.
One more.
I'm defusing the bomb. Laying down smoke.
Nice.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Nice.
Am I planning on staying in LA long term or nah? Yeah. I mean, as long as Nick's here, yeah.
Stay frosty.
I like it here.
Throwing a grenade. Throwing fire. Grenade
But I suppose, like, I mean, if Nick ever left LA, there would not be a whole lot of reason for me to stay. So.
Flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
You're right on. You're right on.
Have I ran into any celebs on the streets? No, actually, I have not. There was maybe one that I encountered when I was working at Starbucks, because I worked in a really nice area too. But like, I didn't quite like. I recognized him, and I'm pretty sure it was from a movie or a TV show or something. But I didn't know, like, I didn't know him well enough to be like, oh, you're like so and so. Like, he wasn't like Leonardo DiCaprio or anything. Like, dude, they're just not looking at me. Okay. Last is over here, I think. I was looking at my mini map when he peeked me. But yeah, no, like I didn't recognize him enough to like I didn't know his name, so I didn't even ask. And also he was like in the typical like celebrity attire that you see in like the magazines, like the black baseball hat and like hoodie and everything. So like it seemed like he didn't really want to be recognized, so I didn't say anything. Cause what was I gonna be like? Yo, you famous? Are you in a movie or something? Like, Brother Craig, what's up? Was it Starbucks? No, so he gave you his name. That's possible, but well, first of all, usually like they don't give you their full name; they just give you their like first name, right? And then, yo, no, you gotta Desorius face. No, but well, and then also like, I mean, if he didn't want to be recognized, he could have given me a not real name, you know? It's totally possible. His name was Jeff, and he's just like, my name's John or Joe or whatever, you know?
Laying down smoke.
Right. Yeah, you can go into Starbucks and be like, my name's Cletus, and what are they gonna do, you know? No, it's not. Tell me your real name. Oh, okay, I gotta not die looking at my mini map again.
Defusing. We got this.
What vape am I hitting? This one is a I don't even it's called fucking Fab, but I don't know actually what flavor that is.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing a grenade.
Mexico.
Grenade.
Yeah, we are clutching up a little bit, yeah.
Throwing smoke.
We gotta keep going though, it's still losing right now.
What about that? got bomb on Alex.
Could be B. Yeah.
Bomb has been planted.
Damn.
Terrorists win.
Let's go. Grenade out. In the area.
Will there be an Italian crackheads cooking episode? Perhaps. Like, pastas and stuff.
Got bomb.
Alfredo or something. Whoa. The hell? Is like, did my internet crash or? Failed to connect. Have I ate Slappy Joe? Yeah, I love Slappy Joe. What the hell? What rank am I? 11? No, no. I don't know what Face It rank I am. I don't have Face It yet. But like 7K or 8K or something like that in Premiere. Are the 3 Fs at the top of my desktop the big 3? Yeah. No, those are just my like the 3 that I use the most, I guess. So just have them right at the top so they're like easy to find. How long did it take to get to 7K? What the heck? Can't reconnect. Bro. What do you mean? Well, I mean, it's not my internet because my stream's still going. Bruh. Yeah, YouTube's working fine. So it's not my internet. What the fuck? What the hell? Well, now I can't reconnect, but it also didn't. Did I lose? What the hell? What? A curved vertical monitor? I have not seen it. No. But it just seems impractical, you know? Hmm. It's weird that I don't even have the option to reconnect anymore. But also, like, my rank didn't go down, as far as I can tell. And it's not even showing in my match history or anything. Weird. Hmm. React break? Sure. Let's do that. Sure. Also, here. Okay, so we got this. Do reacts, but then also while we are here, this is my new YouTube channel. So this is where I'll be posting my new videos. My first video will is coming soon. My first one's coming very soon. Um, I've done a terrible job marketing this. I should have made this channel earlier and started like bringing attention to it before. But my first video is either coming out this Thursday, or if I've still not finished with it, I should be. But if I'm not, then Tuesday. I'm aiming to be posting 2 videos a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are gonna be my days. Because we've got Monday crackheads. Tuesday will be one of like I'll aim to post on Tuesdays. Wednesday is like Gobcast. Thursday I will try to post, and then Friday is Nick posts on Fridays. So that way we're not like posting on the same days and stuff. But yeah, so this feel free to subscribe now if you'd like to get a notification when I post. But yeah, again, the aim is to have my first video out on Thursday. Are you gonna go outside for content? Probably, yeah. Not for my first video. My first video is just filmed here in my room. But I'm sure I will probably be going outside at some point for some videos, yes. What's your current stream schedule? I feel like you randomly get notifications. Stream schedule currently, I only stream like scheduled on Fridays. After that is just kind of like if I'm gaming, I guess, and feel like streaming. But yeah, so this is my YouTube channel, and I'm hoping to post my first video this Thursday, so in 2 days. Japan vlog when? I don't even have a passport, dude. That's gonna be down the road. Craziest route used in World War II? I already know. It's that it was like super impractical. I don't think it ever got any like real battlefield use, but they had some artillery cannon, I think in Russia. I forget what country made it, but I think it was in Russia. Maybe it was German, but they made some giant artillery cannon that was like like fucking oh, white phosphor. Yeah, white phosphor. White phosphor is not the craziest round used in World War II. They use that for what, like smoke screens and shit, right? Craziest round used. Hmm. JDM or Prates this weekend? I think Prates, actually. I think I would pick Prates. Yeah. '15 streak. Welcome back, Jay. Welcome back. If you missed it, this is my. I was just telling everybody, this is my new YouTube channel. I am hoping to post my first video Thursday, in 2 days. This upcoming Thursday. Alright, subscriber number 3. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, bet. Alright, so let's go watch some. And then also, here I will put my new Twitter in there. So new Twitter, I'll be using that more to, interact with the viewers. So if I want to do like, you know, react to viewers' bedroom or car or, knife collection, whatever. That's probably the media that I will use to do that. Fan art, yeah, fan art is another one. Okay, Fresno, I will. Let's see. Okay. Coyote Peterson found T-Rex teeth.
Oh, it's the whole tooth! Oh! Got a hot moment here, guys. I just heard back of a Rex tooth. Who found this?
Mario again.
Oh my gosh!
Dude, like, you do not find Rex teeth like this every day. This is
Whoa!
Oh no, it's half.
Oh.
All right, that was exhilarating. However, it's still a fantastic find because these guys were stoked.
I just found a Triceratops tooth. My first trike tooth. Yes! T-Rex prey species officially in the bag, which means T-Rex must be next.
Right now, we're using the Bobcat to take out some of the soil and kind of set a new plate for us to get in there and start looking again.
Okay, time to get to digging. So, I just found this, and my heart raced because I thought it was a tooth, but it's not. It's just a rock. It looks like a tooth, so I feel like I'm getting close. I just found a razor sharp raptor
Damn, Coyote
tooth.
Peterson's getting older. He's got the gray in his beard now.
All right, I must be in the hot zone, in the tooth zone. Let's go. We might have something big happening right here.
I think it is a ridiculously wicked, sharp little raptor claw.
Wow. Oh man, your hand is shaking. Oh my gosh. We just got a raptor tooth and a raptor claw back to back.
How fine that tip goes down to. I mean, that is a razor sharp.
Dude. So Raina, what did you start to uncover here?
Pretty decent sized T-Rex tooth.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
The Cretaceous Council herself showing us how it's done. Oh, it's the whole tooth! Oh my goodness, Raina.
My partner here
Look at this thing, Dad.
is uncovering something spectacular.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's the back, but pretty good sized Rex tooth. I'd say probably at least a 4-incher. I hope.
All right, and if it gets Dad excited, that means it's a good one.
This is a beautiful tooth.
Holy smokes.
It's a good one, Dan.
That's the thing with this, you got to put your knife somewhere, and there's a point of discovery mark on a lot of the fossils. So there's a fine line between going too fast and breaking everything, and not going fast enough to find anything.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Something big is unfolding back here at the dig site. Oh my goodness. Dino Dan.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Nice.
Kyle's dream gig. This is a pretty cool job, man.
How you feeling in this moment?
I'm feeling
Digging for dinosaur bones
for a
and
long
shit.
time. The last 2 days I haven't found much.
But I don't think this is like.
This hill.
You know we found something good when everyone is huddled around.
Well, I don't know.
Do the
But
honors.
yeah,
This is the lift. Is it a full tooth?
I hope
I
so.
imagine
Besides all that.
99% of what archaeologists do
Oh
is
my gosh,
probably
look
not
at
digging for dinosaur bones.
Awesome.
I am in complete awe.
But I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Oh, Forrest Galante's always got good stuff. A suggestion? Go ahead. Bar rescue? Lawnman who robbed a bank. Don't archaeologists dig up human shit? Yeah. Oh, paleontologists when it's dinos? Oh, I see, I see. That's possible. I would imagine paleontology then is even less field work than archaeology. Because the stuff's even more rare, you know? But I don't actually know, like, what do archaeologists do? Like, when they're not digging for bones and fossils and stuff. This looks dope. No. We're not gonna do reacts to reacts. No. 5 more prehistoric animals found frozen in ice.
Imagine walking through the frozen Arctic and stumbling upon something that hasn't seen daylight in thousands of years. A creature perfectly preserved, as if it had been frozen in time. Nature has been keeping some of history's most incredible creatures in pristine condition for thousands of years. From an Ice Age wolf pup to a mummified bison that was actually eaten, yeah, you heard that right, these discoveries have raised some huge questions about how these animals lived and how they died. These are 5 more of the most incredible animals ever found frozen in ice, starting with a perfectly preserved Ice Age puppy found in the frozen tundra of Siberia. That in itself is a crazy discovery, but what scientists found inside this little guy, even crazier. This 14,000-year-old puppy was unearthed from the permafrost in Tumat, Siberia, back in 2011. It's so well preserved that it still has fur, teeth, and even a full stomach. Now, here's the thing. Scientists weren't even sure if this was a dog or a wolf, but what they did know was that it belonged to the Ice Age, a time when these canines roamed alongside some of the most legendary prehistoric animals. And something that makes things even more interesting is that since it dates back 14,000 years, it could be an early transitional species from the time when wolves were first being domesticated into early dogs. But that's when they found something completely unexpected. During the examination, researchers opened up the puppy's stomach, and inside they found a piece of tissue. At first, they thought it belonged to a cave lion, which would have made sense. These were apex predators back then. But when they ran DNA tests at Stockholm's Natural History Museum, the the results came back with a near perfect match for a woolly rhinoceros. A puppy ate a woolly rhino. Can you believe that? Now keep in mind, the woolly rhino went extinct around 14,000 years ago, right around the same time this puppy died. So that means there's a real possibility that this little canine ate one of the last woolly rhinos to ever walk the earth. That alone is mind-blowing. But what's even stranger, the puppy died almost immediately after eating it. That's the big mystery. Scientists don't know how this puppy ended up with rhino meat.
How come animals stopped evolving?
They
did
baby
not.
Rhino carcass? Did its pack take down a weakened adult? Or, one of the most terrifying possibilities, did the mother rhino take her revenge? We don't know, but what we do know is that this is the only frozen Ice Age carnivore ever found with an undigested piece of prey still inside it. But sometimes the ice doesn't just preserve individual animals. It literally freezes entire ancient ecosystems in place. And that's exactly what happened on the frozen coast of Antarctica, where scientists uncovered something that looked like a freshly abandoned penguin colony. But these weren't your regular penguins. They were actually thousands of years old. Back in 2016, biologist Steve Emsley traveled to Cape Izar and was immediately confused by what he saw. The ground is covered in bones, eggshells, and even mummified penguin chicks, all sitting out in the open like the birds had just left. He knew that Adelaide penguins, yeah, the amigos, the cute little penguins from the movie Happy Feet, hadn't nested there in modern times. So where had all these remains come from? The mummies looked shockingly fresh, but there was no record of penguins breeding at the site ever. The answer? Shifting climate had just uncovered a ghost colony that had been buried under the ice for nearly 1,000 years. At some point, hundreds, maybe even thousands of penguins were nesting here, raising their chicks and covering the ground in their signature pebble nests. Then, around 800 years ago, during the Little Ice Age, the entire colony was buried under snow and ice, frozen in time. For centuries, the site was completely hidden. The penguins vanished, and no one even knew they had ever lived there. But now, thanks to rising global temperatures and increased Antarctic ice melt, their lost colony is finally being uncovered. And here's what makes this discovery even crazier. The remains look fresh because they were essentially freeze-dried by the cold, dry air. But they're not fresh at all. When scientists radiocarbon dated the bones, eggshells, and feathers, they found they were between 800 and 5,000 years old. That means some of these penguins haven't been seen since before the Egyptian pyramids were built. And here's the wild part. Cape Izar might become a penguin colony again. So while we're watching ancient penguins emerge from the ice, we might also be witnessing the start of a brand new colony in the very same spot. In 2016, a gold miner working in the Klondike goldfields of Yukon, Canada, stumbled across something unbelievable. A completely mummified gray wolf pup. Not a dire wolf, but a gray wolf. The very wolves we have roaming the continent to this day. This little guy was preserved in permafrost for 57,000 years. And this wasn't just a skeleton or partial remains. This little wolf, named Zur by the local police, was the most complete Ice Age wolf specimen ever discovered. She still had fur, skin, muscles, even internal organs. And if that wasn't crazy enough, scientists were even able to figure out how she died. Zur's remains were sent to the Des Moines University in Iowa, where researchers performed radiocarbon dating, DNA sequencing, and X-ray scans to piece together her story. The first thing they learned, Zur was just 7 weeks old when she died. Now, Ice Age wolves were thought to primarily hunt bison and musk oxen, but when scientists examined Zur's bones, they found something unexpected. Her diet was mostly fish, specifically Chinook salmon from the Klondike River. That means wolves in ancient Yukon weren't just big game hunters. They were opportunistic fish eaters, just like some modern wolves in Alaska today. But the biggest mystery was how Zur ended up alone. When scientists studied her remains, they noticed something strange. She had no obvious injuries, no signs of starvation, no predators had scavenged her body. So what happened? The best guess? A den collapsed. Zur may have been inside her den when it suddenly caved in, instantly burying her in an airtight, freezing environment, which is why she's so perfectly preserved today. But that raises another question. Where was the rest of her family? Wolves don't typically leave pups alone at this age, which means her mother and siblings may have been outside the den when it collapsed, leaving Zur trapped inside, alone. Or maybe she was the only pup in the litter, something rare but not impossible. Whatever happened, her body remained untouched for 57,000 years, locked in ice until now. Zur is now being studied to learn more about Ice Age wolves, their evolution, and how they moved between North America and Eurasia over the Bering Land Bridge. Her mitochondrial DNA shows that she was related to both ancient Yukon wolves and Russian gray wolves, proving that wolves were crossing continents long before humans ever stepped foot in the Americas. Ancient wolves frozen in their den for thousands of years is wild enough, but what about a tiny Ice Age squirrel curled up in a perfect little ball, looking like it could wake up at any second? That is exactly what miners in Canada found when they uncovered something that didn't even look like an animal at first. But once researchers got a closer look, they started noticing tiny hands, little claws, a tail, even ears. That is when they realized they were looking at something incredibly rare, a perfectly preserved Arctic ground squirrel that had been frozen in the permafrost for 30,000 years. And the best part? This species still exists today. This little guy was likely hibernating when it died, which explains why it was curled up into a tight ball, just like modern Arctic ground squirrels do today when they settle into their underground dens for the winter. Now, here's where things get a little bit unusual. Researchers almost never find actual preserved Arctic ground squirrels like this. What they usually find are empty nests, the remains of burrows that these animals line with leaves and grass to keep warm. The squirrels themselves, they almost never make it. But since unraveling the squirrel could have damaged it, scientists x-rayed the body to see what was inside. They expected to find deteriorated skeletons since calcium tends to leak out of bones over thousands of years. But to their shock, Hester's skeleton was almost perfectly intact, looking nearly identical to a modern Arctic ground squirrel. The Klondike goldfields where Hester was found are an absolute hotspot for frozen animal discoveries. The next Ice Age animal on this list wasn't just preserved, it was so well kept that scientists actually ate part of it. Yeah, this story gets pretty weird. 39 years ago, scientists unearthed a perfectly preserved steppe bison from the Ice Age. This thing had been locked in ice for 55,000 years. Its muscles, skin, and even its fur were still intact. Scientists from the University of Alaska Fairbanks quickly stepped in to excavate it, led by paleontologist Dale Guthrie. The team named it Blue Babe after the bluish tint that frozen skin had developed over time. But what Guthrie did next, that is where things take a turn. For some reason, Guthrie had an idea that defies logic. He sliced off a piece of Blue Babe's neck, cooked it up with veggies, and threw a dinner party where he and his guests actually ate the meat of a 55,000-year-old bison. Now, in case you're wondering what ancient bison actually tastes like, according to Guthrie's wife, Mary Lee, it was not great. She later told interviewers that it was worse than beef jerky, tough, dry, and extremely gamey, which we've probably all experienced when taking old meat out of the freezer. Guthrie himself described the smell as earthy, but not unpleasant. Still, they finished the meal, toasted to the Ice Age, and celebrated what they called a connection to the deep history of human existence. Blue Babe itself wasn't entirely eaten, thankfully. The full reconstructed specimen is now on display at the University of Alaska Museum, where visitors can see one of the best preserved Ice Age bison ever found. And while eating frozen prehistoric animals is not exactly a standard scientific protocol, Blue Babe remains one of the most fascinating Ice Age discoveries ever made. Personally, if I were to find Blue Babe in the ice and somebody offered me a slice of steak, I'd totally take it, try it in a heartbeat. Let me know if you would too. Let me know if you guys like these frozen in ice videos, or if you'd like me to cover some other topics. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bro, I love Forrest Galante videos. So good. By the what now? Oh, just a leaf? Let's go with river monsters again. You wish your YouTube feed was like mine? Oh, this one's... Well, I guess actually it's kind of the same on mine too, but this one is not signed in. This is just the one signed out that I use for stream. So I pretty much search like Ink Master, River Monsters, and like Street Beefs. And then Crackheads and Gobcast, or Goblin. Well, 43 minutes, sheesh. Okay, let's do this one. Yo, Kyle, I love Crackheads, bro. Keep up your work, dog. It's great.
A small
Thank you,
company
Logan.
has bought exclusive rights to a 2-mile stretch of river, reckoning that its fish are worth more alive than dead. Having paid for a fishing permit, I'm anxious to know if one species
Can't tell
in
if Jeremy
particular
Wade is 50 or
is still
70.
here.
It's a good, yeah. I'd say probably like 50, 55 or something.
I first came to India in my mid-20s because I wanted to catch a fish called the marcia, the most iconic fish of the Ganges.
I thought that was just going to be a one-off trip before embarking on a normal career, but didn't work out that way at all. 35 years later, my quest has changed a bit. I'm here now with a question: are those fish still here?
Like other kinds of carp, the marcia is an omnivore. When I used to fish for carp, I used to concoct all sorts of baits. Like one way to test them was by seeing if I like them. This is millet flour that's been made into a paste and then boiled, so that's quite a hard bait. It's a bit bland. Here we are, the land of strong spices. This is quite a mild taste.
70?
Like
wow.
Sort of porridge or something like that.
Where was I during the assassination of JFK? I don't think I was. No, I was definitely not born yet. Wasn't that like the 70s?
This short stretch of river is a world apart from the main channel.
People talk
It does look good for 70, yeah.
Of water. There is something about water. It's not just vital for our physical, biological
sounds
health.
good for 70. I feel like
We need it for our
I feel like most
mental
70-year-olds don't have like such a clear, firm voice,
well-being.
you know?
Water, it does lift the spirits.
Like his voice isn't very raspy or anything.
It's hard to believe that this is the same river as the one that flows through Kanpur. Downstream, it is a dead river in so many places, and that just shouldn't be acceptable. This is the Ganges as it should be.
He was in his 50s in River Monsters.
But as evening draws in, I start to wonder if the marcia will remain just a distant memory. it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. See the fish?
Thanks, Pink Panther. Hope you had a good day as well.
Yeah, it's a nice fish, it's a nice fish. We have it. Let's get a proper look at this. Wow. That has to be a good 25 pounds. And it's like a bar of gold. I mean, just what a beautiful fish as well. And this isn't just any fish. This is the iconic fish of the Ganges. Here it is, the health of this bit of river embodied in this one fish. It symbolises possibility, it symbolises hope. Amazing fish. It seems that a big river can take a lot of abuse, but eventually you reach the point where it dies. How close to that point is the Ganges?
He said stuff like this made
Fishing
him
is a bit like
stop
taking a
doing
blood
the
sample.
show. I thought he also stopped
If you
doing
know
the
what
show
to look
because he
for,
felt like
he
he
can tell you a
caught
lot about a
everything,
river's state of health.
like,
I've seen lots of small fish swimming
worth
around,
watching to
which
catch,
is
you
a
know.
good sign. It shows that there's productivity.
I think there's probably
There's
rare
certainly the
small
basis
fish
of
he
a good
hasn't caught, but
food
like
pyramid
nobody
here.
wants to watch him catch like a rare bluegill, you know.
I'm hoping there's going to be bigger fish feeding on those small ones.
Oh, you said that was a lie?
Despite the promising signs, I'm struggling to get a bite. Yes, that's a fish. There we go. This is a pike. Very recognisable. Big toothy mouth there. Quite big eyes as well. They're built for acceleration. The dorsal fin, instead of being in the middle of the back, it's way
Have we watched
down
this guy before? Yeah.
by the tail here. So that
Not this
gives them
episode,
quick
or not
burst
this
of
video,
speed.
but yeah, we watched this guy.
But as pike go, this one is tiny.
And yeah, you probably watched this guy on your own too.
As
yeah,
to the
like,
health of the river,
like Jamie
the
Two
jury
Stone said,
is still
everybody's
out.
watched this guy.
In its upper reaches, the Danube is more than 1,500 miles from the sea. But I've heard that this part of the river is being overrun by a saltwater invader. Oh, there we go, something just pulled. Oh, yes, yes, I've got something, I've got one. It may look cute, but according to reports, it's a destroyer. This is a thing called a round goby.
Oh,
This shouldn't be
those
anywhere
are
near
not.
here. The goby's natural habitat is on the shores of the Black Sea, amongst rocks. This interesting arrangement of the pelvic fins, that is for sort of holding itself to a rock. To find out more about these tiny invaders, I've arranged to go fishing with biology professor
like
Jürgen
fishing?
Geist.
Yes.
You will need rubber boots and special gloves.
So these gobies, how do they get here?
By ship ballast water. They hump in water and automatically suck in eggs or larvae or even adult fish. And when this water gets released at those upstream sites, the gobies enter these areas.
What I need to know is whether there's anything here that eats gobies.
Eats gobies.
Dusk is often the time when predators stir. And there's one in particular that could be very significant. Just a few feet out, you've got an area that's about 20 foot deep. It's the kind of place where you'd expect to find larger fish. When I think about fish that might be unaffected by man-made banks, my mind turns to a beast that can grow bigger than a man. It's a fish that guards its nest, so any gobies after its eggs would end up on the menu themselves. If it is still here, then I, for one, will feel a flicker of hope. Here we go, here we go. Yes! Yes! tight because I don't want the fish running. I just want to, this is strong gear, I just want to get it in. Ah, oh God, it's still there. It's in close, it's in close. There it is, there it is. Here we go, here we go.
Oh. What, wait.
This, I'm very pleased
Wait, he
to
just
say,
caught that
is
with the little goby?
a native species.
The Danubian or Wells catfish is an eating
That's a
machine.
big-ass catfish, yeah.
This is the apex predator of this part of the river. And thinking about those gobies, they would just be perfect snacks, not even bite-sized snacks. They wouldn't need to bite them, they just suck them in.
For me, though, this goby eater is doubly significant.
In most of the big rivers in the world now, you won't find iconic species in the main rivers. You've got to go to very remote corners on the river systems. So to get a decent-sized Danubian catfish from the Danube actually feels very good.
I'd never heard of Uhu before I came here, but it's bigger than Chicago. Down on the waterfront, some fishermen are using a very basic method. The line is simply tied to the rod tip. There's no reel. Without a translator, I do my best to find out what's biting. These tiny shark bellies are actually fully grown.
Big river, but small fish. Yeah, right. Up to you. Oh, right. There we go. Quite a lot of work to get those. It's quite a good catch in terms of numbers, but what does that tell me about the river here? Lots of fishing pressure. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right, okay. Oh, look at this, I've got two. Two at once.
Did he like...
No, actually a very significant
he almost
day
looked
today
a little
for me. I can now
offended
say that I've caught a fish
that
out
the
of the
dude had
Yangtze,
just a bag
as long as
full of
nobody
fish.
asked how big it was.
But then
It's a very
the
serious
moment the dude was like, you want to try?
emerging
He
massively
was
well.
just
It's one of the
locked
biggest
in. He's
rivers
like,
on
alright,
Earth.
yeah, I do love
But
fishing.
why are people reduced to catching fish just a few inches long? I'm going to sneak this one back. I'm not going to show him.
Yeah, he hated that he had a bag full of them.
But what about the even bigger fish that feed on tigerfish? The presence of top predators is usually a clear sign of a healthy river, and I'm itching to test the waters myself.
On the surface. There's the fish.
It looks like a good-sized Vundu catfish.
Under the boat. Come towards me. I think that's all. Right.
Damn.
Hoping to tempt another one, I throw out more bait. But the Vundu isn't the biggest predator in the water.
Nope.
Now splashing around as his traction, he's coming right towards the boat.
Nile crocs are well-known man-eaters.
Nile
They can
crocs.
reach lengths of 18 feet,
No,
which is longer than my canoe.
The local fishermen tell me that the
He's in a canoe.
learnt to start tipping fishermen out of boats.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, canoes, yeah.
It's coming closer and closer.
Oh, Jeremy Wade. Jeremy Wade.
Yeah, is it there? Yes, it's there. So here we go, tigerfish.
So here we go. The thing that you focus on immediately is the teeth. They're very piranha-like. Stripy pattern down the side and very, very bright tail fin, red edged with black. But you know what this shows,
Nile
although we've got a huge body of water
in the water.
Here, this would
He's just hanging out in the
suggest
canoe.
that things are actually in a pretty good state here. Okay. Off you go. It's coming up for dusk. Prime time for predators.
Yeah, Nile crocodiles and saltwater crocodiles are like top 5 animals you don't want to encounter in the wild.
Benjamin is philosophical about the danger. He says he already has many grandchildren. That's the bite alarm on the end. That's a tin with stones in, so if anything's on the line, that will rattle that. All it needs now is just to bait the hooks. There's 3 hooks here. Chuck it out. Wait for the rattle. So that's all set up. My turn now to get rigged.
Angry elephant.
I'm
or
starting
angry
to
Nile
wonder,
crocodile.
could the scarcity of river fish in the market simply be down to a fear of crocodiles? What Benjamin's doing looks a little bit hairy to me. I mean, knowing about the crocs in this water here, you know, I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be actually in the water.
I feel like you can maybe try and reason with an elephant.
Whatever it is, it's right in the bushes here.
Numi.
Yeah, Numi.
Numi.
Playful work there, pissed off honey badger, pissed off honey badger.
Okay. Hey. Ok, aqui tá bom? Tô pensando que Anzo não está na boca. Okay. This is what Benjamin calls a Numi, but which I know as a Vundu. It's good size, maybe 15 minutes with a bait in the water, and this came along, so I'd say it's a pretty good sign. It seems that Benjamin is right. Despite what I saw in the fish market, the river here is still home to big fish. That's a big area of water, isn't it?
Absolutely. Dropped him on his face.
So we've got tagged out here now. They're moving hundreds of miles. They'll swim from the bottom of the lake up to the top, which is 22 miles in 2 days. And so you don't know where in this circle they're going to be.
While John and I head out to his nearest net, a second team has gone to check 2 other fishing sites. Is that it over there?
Yes, that's it. Let's see what we got. 24 foot deep. It's a 6-inch mesh, so you don't get a lot of fish, but what you do get is memorable.
Many native fish are plankton feeders, just like the alien carp, which first showed up here in 2003. So are the Asian carp having any impact here?
We don't see a lot of Asian carp up here. They would have an impact, but we just don't see the numbers here.
Yeah. But the Asian carp are definitely here, but they're
here.
They haven't exploded as
they haven't exploded like they have further down south. Given the good habitat that we have up here, there's a lot of resistance built into the system. And so there's just not a lot of room for an invasive fish.
So are you saying that the Asian carp need a vulnerability, a gap that they can exploit?
Exactly.
If John is right, the carp are much more likely to take over where the river is already in bad shape. Oh, there's definitely something here. There's something here.
Feel something?
Yeah, I felt a pull.
Can you see it yet? Just feel it?
There it is.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
It's a hefty fish.
You can get its tail.
But not what I was expecting.
Look, look. Oh, ready?
Here we go. Down here.
Did I have my Burger King breakfast? No, today I had actually a pretty nice breakfast.
I'm guessing 50 pounds.
I would say so.
Had bacon
Lake
and
sturgeon
sausage,
can grow to 7 feet in
hash
length
browns.
and top out at over 240 pounds. But these fish take more than 10 years to reach maturity and are slow to reproduce. Telescopic mouth. And in front of the mouth, you've got these feelers for tasting and its vibration. Whoops. Ready? There we go. Still got some energy?
Yes, it does. I think it's in good shape. We can put a transmitter in this one.
Why do you say it like that?
Species. There's nothing else like it anywhere else in the world. But most of the habitat that it used to occupy, backwaters like this, have just
put
gone.
A transmitter in this one.
The presence of gar would be encouraging news.
Okay,
but as I'm not aware of anyone here who studies them, I'm on my own. For bait, I'm trying Asian carp.
Did you make it?
And to boost my chances, I'm putting out 3 lines.
Kyle, my fault for being late earlier stream. All good, Kyler Murray. Have I ever been kayaking? Yes. But not anywhere with crocodiles. Those fish get up to like 20 feet long. I think the biggest fish that was probably
it's moving.
the water I've been kayaking in is probably like the size of my hand, you know.
Quite close, quite close. Yes! Hold the net in the water, and I'll draw it over the top. We got a gar. Fantastic.
Gar. Oh.
Look at that. Alligator gar from the Mississippi.
Yeah, these are like barracuda
caught
things.
on a piece of Asian carp. What a fantastic sight. Alligator gar are known to prey on young carp, taking them out before they reach breeding age. This is something that was contemporary with the dinosaurs, and they're still here.
I loved go-karting as a kid, but I don't think I've really been as an
found this in Mississippi is hugely significant.
I've never gone to like one of those like K1
is considered a Dorado specialist, and he has agreed to help me catch one of these now elusive fish. Bit of a tree. I'm still hopeful that the river here is healthy enough to support big fish like Dorado.
I have to figure out how to film it, but
so it's just telling me the first night he was fishing 25 hooks, then 18. This time round we got 17 hooks. So far, nothing showing. That's the equivalent of me fishing 60 nights with one line.
For those who missed it, the YouTube, there will be, the plan is my first video will be up this Thursday, so in 2 days. I wish I would have marketed my channel better ahead of time. But it is what it is. So, yep, 2 days, my video drops. And, yep. Yeah, at Clips of Kyle on YouTube, and then also the new Twitter is at reallykyle420. They're pinned at the top of the chat. Is this gonna be only the Clips channel, or is it also the main channel? It's also the main channel. Yeah, I'm just gonna be. I mean, I'll probably also post like clips and stuff from my stream on there, but that's just gonna be my main channel. Yeah. Yeah, my first video we're doing, I mean, it's just gonna be a little bit introductory. I'm saying, hey, it's my first video, whatever, and then we'll do some UFC predictions for UFC 328. That's the idea. Dr. Paper taste test. Yeah. Yeah, I'll delete this one. Wait. I can't delete that one. Ugh. Whoops. Wait, shoot. It's not the one I wanted to delete. Oh, there we go. Cool. That was the one I wanted to delete. It's fire. Okay. Cool.
And this fish used to be
Kyler
common
Murray,
here.
welcome back. Welcome
Yeah,
back.
we still got the bait. Ah, I feel weight, but not pulling. It's not too heavy. It might just be the bait.
Just be careful.
There's something here. Yeah.
Something here. Be careful. Be careful. Dorado.
Oh, I've got it. For the first time ever, I've landed a Dorado catfish, which here means the golden one. So this is my first close-up look at a live Dorado.
What the heck is this fish?
The reason they call it Dorado is, well, it's fairly obvious. It's quite golden coloured. This fish is still quite lively, so it's got a lot of strength. Better still, it looks healthy. No wasting away or other signs of oil contamination. These are incredibly well-travelled fish, so for me it's actually very special to see one of these. When it was very small, this fish would have travelled all the way down to the mouth of the Amazon. And now it's on its way back to the headwaters to spawn and complete its marathon migration. It beats anything done by wildebeest, any land-living animals. These fish, large numbers of them, or historically large numbers of them, swimming up and down the length of the Amazon River.
Open.
This Dorado is my first sign that there's hope for this section of the river.
Or something?
But sadly for this fish, it's the end of the line. Well, if I caught this on a rod, I'd be putting this back to continue its journey, but Sir is a commercial fisherman. He's been fishing 3 days for this one fish, so the reality is, this is as far as it gets. People have to eat.
Oh, they're gonna eat it. Okay. All right. They can open their gills and can breathe for... Oh. Interesting. Oh, the bog people are cool. We're just gonna do, I think we're gonna, I do want to watch this one. So we'll do this one. And then we're gonna probably call it for today. I just wanted to do a short stream and kind of, push the Twitter and new YouTube channel, but I gotta go finish, after this one, I gotta finish my, my YouTube video. So.
Imagine discovering something that the world has never seen, just for it to disappear forever, never to be seen again. Creatures so rare and so mysterious that we only know they exist because someone, somewhere, caught a single glimpse. From glowing sharks with pockets to red leopard cats, today we're diving into 5 of the rarest, most mysterious animals that were only seen once, starting with American pocket shark. A shark with pockets. This tiny shark, barely 5.5 inches long, was discovered in the Gulf of Mexico during a 2010 research trip that was actually focused on researching sperm whales. It wasn't until 3 years later that scientists at NOAA took a closer look and realized that they had found a tiny shark species completely unknown to science. And here's the wildest part. This was only the second pocket shark ever discovered. The first one, known as the pocket shark, was caught way back in 1979, thousands of miles off the coast of Chile. For decades, scientists thought it was the only one of its kind. Then, suddenly, the American pocket shark shows up in the Gulf of Mexico. That's just nuts. Now, this little guy isn't your typical shark. The American pocket shark has a round, bulbous, almost whale-like head, a light gray body, and darker fins. Around its skin are tiny clusters of photophores, basically little light-producing organs, which it probably uses to camouflage itself in the deep sea. But the real mystery, and arguably the coolest thing about this shark, are those two strange pockets behind its front fins. They're actually tiny little glands, which scientists think are capable of secreting a glowing fluid that could help attract prey or communicate with other sharks. How insane is that? It's like a little shark spraying its own neon-colored perfume at a rave to try and attract mates. No one knows for sure that that's what this pocket is used for, as we've only ever seen one. And that's the thing, that single specimen, a juvenile immature male weighing just half an ounce that was caught in a deep sea research net over 980 feet below the surface, and since then, there's been no record since. It's been over a decade, and despite countless surveys and trawls, no one's ever seen another American pocket shark. Does that mean it's gone? Probably not extinct, but it does show how insanely little we know about the deep sea and just the ocean in general. These sharks live in the bathypelagic zone in literal pitch black waters thousands of feet down, and humans almost never explore there. They're so small, so elusive, that even if they're abundant in the deep sea, we never really know it. If we're ever going to find another pocket shark, it'll probably once again be by accident. But until then, the American pocket shark remains one of the most mysterious creatures ever caught. A shark with a built-in pocket, seen once and never again. Now, this next animal is actually a real mystery, and it just so happens to be one of the rarest cats in the world. This is the Galeras cat, also called by some the Nerino cat or red tigrina. Sadly, like many of the other species, we don't even know for sure if this animal still exists. All we have is one single skin that was collected way back in 1989
I feel like I've heard the name
on the Galeras
before
volcano high in the Andes of southern Colombia, over 10,000 feet above sea level. The skin shows a small spotted cat, part of the Leopardus family, but unlike other tigrinas, its fur is a striking reddish orange with black rosettes that are deeper red on the inside. The cat's total body length is around 1.5 foot long, with an almost 1 foot long tail. What's nuts to think is that all of this detail that we have now comes from a single skin, a literal clue. Now, the skin sat in a Colombian institute for decades, initially mistaken for an ordinary tigrina, until a scientist in 2001 spotted some kind of an anomaly and then spent the next 2 decades studying it. Genetic analysis later showed that its DNA doesn't match any other known cat species, and both nuclear and mitochondrial sequences were found to be unique. Can you believe that? A completely distinct lineage, divergent from other Leopardus species 1.2 to 1.9 million years ago, that was quite literally hiding in plain sight all this time. Since that collection, no other individuals have been found. Trail cams have been placed all across southern Colombia since 2018 that haven't picked it up, and surveys till now have turned up nothing. Its high altitude habitat is extremely fragmented and under pressure from human activity. So, if the Galeras cat still exists, it's probably in tiny numbers. It could already be extinct, or maybe it's just super elusive, seemingly purposefully staying hidden. So, what would it take to see one again? Scientists would need to confirm a living population. In order to do that, they need to locate additional skins or skulls from local hunters, ideally capture some kind of genetic material to understand its relationship to other tigrinas. Until then, Galeras cat remains a species of cat that we only know from a single pelt that was found all those years ago. Next up, a bright orange gliding squirrel that's only ever been seen once, the Namdafa flying squirrel. this is one of the rarest mammals on Earth, found deep in the jungles of northern India. This animal is honestly so incredibly beautiful. It's got this crazy reddish grizzled fur and this white belly, and its patagium, the thin membrane that stretches between its limbs and lets it glide through the trees, is orange. And here's one of the craziest things about the squirrel. So from head to tail, this squirrel is 3.5 feet. That is a pretty damn big squirrel. And if you imagine that thing soaring silently over the canopy at night, it's insane. But not as insane as the story of its discovery, which was just fascinating. Back in 1981, a zoologist named Shyam Rup Biwas and his team was surveying wildlife in Namdapha National Park, which is a massive misty rainforest tucked between India and Myanmar, a place I'd really love to visit one day. And that's when they stumbled across a single specimen of a flying squirrel unlike anything they'd ever seen. Lo and behold, it turned out to be an entirely new species. And since that one sighting, which is now almost 44 years ago, not a single confirmed sighting has ever been made again. Can you believe that? One of the largest flying squirrels in the world, something you'd think would easily be seen if it was up in the treetops, seen once and seemingly never again. Now, something really cool is that a few possible relatives have popped up over the years. 2013, researchers found a similar species in Laos, the Laotian giant flying squirrel. And in 2018, another was described in China called the Mount Galagong flying squirrel. All three of these have been tested and found to be in the same ultra-rare genus as our Namdapha flying squirrel, making them some of the most mysterious rodents in the entire world. As for why we haven't seen the Namdapha flying squirrel again, well, that's the saddest part. The national park that it belongs to is remote, yes, but it's not exactly untouched. There's hunting, there's poaching for bushmeat, ongoing habitat loss from logging, there's habitat encroachment. The forest where that first squirrel was found could easily have been changed since then, but some scientists think that the species might survive in small numbers hidden away in the park's steep valleys and high ironwood forests. But without proof or any DNA evidence, it's been listed as critically endangered by the IUCN and possibly extinct. However, get this, 2022, there was a glimmer of hope, a possible sighting in the exact same region. Researchers even collected potential fecal samples that they think belong to said squirrel to test for DNA. And if the poo sample turns out to be real and gives us a positive ID for the squirrel, then it could be one of the biggest rediscoveries of our time. But until then, the Namdapha flying squirrel remains a literal ghost.
So they didn't even find the squirrel.
Next up, a bird that feels like it literally slipped straight into legend. Meet the Seattle Scops owl. This species is a tiny, elusive owl known only from a single specimen collected back in 1866. That's over a century and a half ago. And since then, there's been literally nothing. Not even any photos, sightings, no calls that could be verified. The only semi-conclusive thing that there's been is stories by locals from one small volcanic island in Indonesia and one old preserved bird sitting in a museum drawer. The initial story behind this owl discovery starts on Siau Island, which is north of Sulawesi, a remote place that was covered in forest back in the day. Sadly, today, most of it is gone, which doesn't look too promising for our little owl. The Siau Scops owl was first described from that one holotide that was collected during the 19th century, and nobody's ever managed to find another. It's believed to have lived in the island's lowland rainforest, flying between branches in the dense, humid canopy. Given its relatives like the Sulawesi and the Shanghai Scops owl, it was probably a nocturnal forest hunter that fed on insects and small invertebrates and blending perfectly into the bark of trees. However, here's where things get
really
interesting.
fits me well.
Some scientists aren't even totally sure what our owl is to begin with. The taxonomy of this owl has been debated for years. Some researchers think it's its own distinct species, while others believe it could just be a subspecies of another Indonesian Scops owl. But the problem when you're debating something like that, there's literally only one of that specimen to go off of. You can't exactly run genetic tests or compare behaviors when the only thing you've got is a 150-year-old bird in a museum. All that DNA is extremely fragmented and degraded, and there's not really any help a sample that old can provide. Despite that, there have been rumors. In 2017, a video popped up online of a small owl that was caught inside a building in Siau. Locals swore it matched the description of the Siau Scops owl, and the footage sparked a huge wave of excitement among ornithologists and birders. Could this have been it? The first living evidence of the Siao scops owl in over a century? Unfortunately, we don't really know. Even after all the analysis, with tons of scientists looking at said video footage, no one could really confirm it, and it still remains unverified. And since then, teams have gone back to Siao, hiking through the last scraps of forest, setting up nocturnal listening stations, recording calls through the night, putting up cameras, but unfortunately, they didn't get anything. The biggest reason that we haven't seen it again is that the forests of Siao are almost gone. Back in the late 1990s, researchers estimated that only about 50 hectares of forest remained on the island, most of it clinging to the steep slopes of Mount Tamata, which also happens to be an active volcano. The rest of the island had been cleared for farming, logging, and plantations. For a species that probably depends on dense forest cover, that's quite literally a death sentence. Still, conservationists aren't giving up. Various organizations have been funding surveys on Siao and nearby islands, hoping to find just one to prove it's still out there. Because if it is, the population would almost certainly be tiny, maybe as few as a dozen birds at most. But even that would be enough to give the ghost species a second chance. Until that day, though, the Siao scops owl remains one of the great mysteries of the bird world, a tiny forest owl that vanished, seen once in 1866 and never again. Now, this next species is the OG ghost lizard, and there are a few ghost lizards out there, lizards that have been seen once and then never again, or not seen for many years, but the species I'm talking about is the Navassa curly-tailed lizard. This species was discovered back in 1868, and like the other four animals we previously talked about, we only know it existed because of one single specimen, and that's it. The whole description of this species is based on that single preserved female that someone collected on Navassa Island, a tiny uninhabited dot in the Caribbean. It had this dark gray body with faint bands running across its back and a tail that faded from pale at the base to deep gray near the end. That seems pretty unassuming and quite ordinary for a lizard, but what made it special was the same thing that gives the whole group its name, that little cute curly tail. You might have seen them in Florida, but curly-tailed lizards have a weird behavior where they perform this curled tail lift. And they do this regardless of whether or not a predator's around. Almost
kind of spooky
like
looking when you see them.
Here's
like
the crazy thing though,
like
that one specimen was all scientists had for over 50 years until another one supposedly turned up in 1917, collected by a guy named Rollo Beck.
Like
However, decades later, when another herpetologist took a closer look, he went, yeah, that's not it. Turns out that the lizard Rollo collected only just turned out to be a completely different species altogether. So in the end, we're back to square one, that single lizard collected 157 years ago. Guys, this is just a small handful of examples of unbelievable creatures that may still be out there that are known from a single specimen ever. There are many more out there, and I'd love to do more breakdowns. So if you like these kind of lists, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll do some more. See you on the next one.
All right. And with that, let's do a little toke time, and we're gonna call it. And I'm gonna go finish my YouTube video that, like I said earlier, is dropping Thursday. For anybody that may have missed it. Pinned comment above for my YouTube channel and my new Twitter. No, that's my Twitter at. Really Kyle420. Yeah, I already got 14 followers. No, it's got me in my Batman mask. Oh, oh, oh. Um, how do I? Sorry, I'm a little new to Twitter, but I don't think I got it. I don't have any mentions or messages. Hmm. Well, I will keep an eye on it. Maybe it'll show up at some point. But yeah, my inbox is actually it's still empty. And yeah. But I mean, I know it's the right Twitter at because it's like, yeah, I'm starting to get some follows already, but I don't know. I'm also, like I said, I'm still brand new to Twitter, so I'm still kind of figuring it out. Maybe I did get it and I just am not seeing it or something. All right, let's do a little parting toke time. Oh, ad break ends in 15 seconds. I'm sorry. We'll wait. Okay. Only Cassie, you're literally showing up at the end. I was just dropping like, I did like a quick stream. I was dropping my Twitter, new Twitter, new Instagram, or sorry, not new Instagram. Instagram's not new. New YouTube. Uh, my first video should be dropping Thursday. So. Do I plan on streaming tomorrow? Probably not. No. Um, No, because I'm trying to do 2 videos a week. So I have a second video that I'm gonna have to work on tomorrow now, for Tuesday. So, because I wanna post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Um, I'm not posting today 'cause I'm still not finished, but um, Thursday and then Tuesday. I sound tired. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not very tired. I'm uh, stoned, but I feel bad. I'm streaming so short today, but and well, especially because my literally the only Counter-Strike game that I played today, for some reason just crashed and I could not reconnect. It just would not let me reconnect, so I didn't even really actually play a real game today, and I feel a little bad, but I gotta go do work. You should go live after I post to promote the streams. I will consider that, but I also don't want to take away attention from my videos because I'm not like I'm sure. I don't think they're gonna be huge right away. So I'm sure the 50 people watching my stream are probably crucial views on the video. So, um, but yeah. Anyway, let's do a Toke time and then we will call it for today. Cheers, everyone. All right. Everybody else, or everybody, have a good rest of your day. Peace. Thank you for watching.